Welcome to Monster Bear Productions.
Welcome to episode 6 of Monster Bear Production. Dang, I've already got 6 of these out. I'm here with Kendall Carrico. I say it right? Is it right?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Okay, I was afraid I was going to botch it on the second time, my second attempt. We're practicing this all day. But anyway, so here we are. Kendall, finally have you on to Monster Bears Productions. How are you? How you doing?
Doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, doing good. That's good to hear. Is there anything like interesting, new going on in life right now?
Uh, Not really, no.
Really? Nothing interesting? Like been following, I don't know, following the world and during this pandemic, on lockdown. Anything changed during lockdown?
Uh, no, I feel like my life has stayed the same on a day-to-day basis. Um, but I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on, for
Yeah.
sure.
We're like hell. What kind of weird shit's going on?
Um, I don't know, like, uh, the COVID vaccine is kind of sketchy.
Sketchy. You're not gonna
Mhm.
take. You're gonna be anti-vaxxer. You're not gonna vaccine.
Definitely not the COVID vaccine, but it has me questioning all vaccines. Actually, I've been debating with my kid. I've
Oh,
actually been debating
oh,
being
really?
a vaxxer, yeah, which I never thought I'd do that, but it's really sketchy, and I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Some of the stuff that's going on with the vaccines and whatnot. I could see the side where people like want to be anti-vaxxers,
Mhm.
like as in like kids getting Down syndrome, becoming autistic and whatnot, getting vaccines. Like one minute, like there's a couple stories I was reading some articles about people getting vaccines, their kids getting vaccines, and one minute they're good, they get the vaccine, next thing you know they're a totally different person. They're not even acting the same. So I can see how you can be like a little leery about that, and I also can see the other side too, when people are like, "Well, you're putting my child in danger." Well, then people who say that, they'd be like, "Well, if your vaccines works, I won't be putting your child in danger, right?"
Yeah, I think
So,
if your child's vaccinated, they're protected. I don't know. I feel bad thinking that you're putting your own child at risk by not vaccinating, but I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of question about, like, from a more, like, spiritual standpoint on if it's, uh, like, I don't know, uh, good for your soul or not to do
oh,
it.
okay. Like spiritual standpoint, like let's lean more into that. So, like, you think the vaccines is a spiritual man-made
Poss-
creation?
well, maybe. There's one vaccine and well, the COVID vaccine is its own thing, I think, but there's one that supposedly can, like, change your genetics, which also supposedly the COVID vaccine will do. Which
What?
supposedly the COVID one's gonna have, like, they're trying to do like a microchip thing with that.
Oh,
Um,
oh, Bill Gates status. I got you.
yeah, exactly. Which he's in charge of the whole vaccine, so that should tell you
All right.
uh, all you need to know about that. But supposedly it changes your genetics, and uh, I don't know. I've heard, like, comparisons with the COVID vaccine and the Mark of the Beast.
What?
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
Supposedly it's like the Mark of the Beast if it goes how they say it's gonna go. Um,
Hold on one second. So the mark of the beast, where does that entail? Like, where does that come from exactly? Like, I know it comes from the Bible.
uh,
So
so okay, so I'm not a Christian and I'm not super religious, so
right.
but I am spiritual. So I think it's in just in the book of Revelations, it explains the mark of the beast. It says uh, you'll have to have it in order to buy or sell stuff, which comparing to the COVID vaccine, if they make it mandatory for you to go into like a grocery store, they're trying to get everyone, well, they were trying to get everyone to do the COVID pass shit in order to go shopping at the store. So pretty much it's going to be where you can't, what am I trying to say? You can't be an active part of the society. You can't interact with society without it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. And then that it could change your genetic makeup. So when it's all put together, it kind of just seems like, I don't know, not a good thing, I guess.
That's the way you're making. This is not a good sell for COVID vaccines. So, when you say change your genetic makeup? What do you mean in particular? Did they give any examples on anything that you read, or how did they say it would change your genetic makeup?
I don't know exactly. I just kind of recently started. Well, I'd been learning about it before, and then I stopped, and then I just watched a video about Bill Gates yesterday that brought it up again. I don't really know for sure, honestly. The science behind it, I don't know.
Okay. Oh well. Anything that had to do with Bill Gates, other than everybody knows his Xbox fiasco. Well, it's not really a good system anymore. But but anything that had to do with Bill Gates, yeah, I'm not sure. His
Exactly.
eugenics program that he runs, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation that they run, it's kind of leery and kind of sketchy. So I don't blame you 100% for not like going with the whole COVID situation and like the whole COVID vaccines, because that eugenic stuff that he believes in, it's pretty leery, and it kind of makes you kind of nervous about like what is exactly in there. I'm kind of sure I want to get some trial runs first. I want to see how it pans out before I would like be first in the line, get that COVID test. Yeah, so
It's all really sketchy
yeah.
stuff. I don't know. And they're working on like the new vaccine administration stuff in Australia, which Australia is like a shit show.
Yeah.
So they're working on bringing it's like so you don't get an actual shot. It like is like a patch on your skin.
Okay. Yeah. That Band-Aid that kind of like looks like, yeah. Okay.
A patch thing that uh I don't know, just another way to control you, I guess. But in Australia, they're all on lockdown and pretty much have no freedom at all. And they're already working on getting that stuff rolling out there. So I feel like it's just a matter of time before it all comes here.
Right. Yeah.
You have to decide if you want to go along with their games and, I don't know, maybe sacrifice your eternal soul or stop. I don't know. It's
I
all.
hear I hear what you're saying. So Australia's doing that whole Band-Aid kind of like vaccine thing, huh? That's go ahead.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's kind of leery, because yeah, after they had devastating fires, which wiped out was 85% or 75%, 75 or 85% of their natural like fucking well, like their landscape. So then that now Australia went to like hell this year. Ugh. Feel bad for the Aussies. Oh, poor Aussies. My heart goes out to the Aussies right now.
Um,
uh, that is crazy. Yeah, leaning towards what you're saying when they bring that here, they always do like I have noticed that they always do like a little trial run in other countries,
Hmm.
and then before they bring it over to the States and see how it does, it pans out. Um, yeah, and speaking of that chip, I know that Amazon is requiring their employees to be chipped, and
Really?
yeah, like usually they have a chip inside their wrist or hand or something that they just kind of scan. It's almost like a digital thumbprint, so that when they walk through, they get clearance to go inside the building. Um, and that right there is kind of leery, and they're trying to brand that into like making it more mainstream because you know how Amazon is. Amazon sells everything to everybody, so all my stuff here is from Amazon. So, but yeah, so a lot of stuff they have is like they want to go like they may bring it to mainstream, so you may be able to use your chip on your wrist, and they'll make it sound good. Of course, you know they'll probably put out the thing that's saying like, hey, are you tired of always pulling out your credit card and losing your credit card? Or are you tired of
Yeah.
this stuff? Go get a chip, and they'll get your friends involved. And next thing your friends will be all wanting to get a chip inside of them, and then your company require you to have a chip to get paid and whatnot. It's gonna be
Which
it's
is like the mark of the beast. You have
yeah.
to, they're gonna force you to have it in order to work or be able to buy what you need, any of that. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that mark of the beast is if people haven't like looked that up or anything like that, it's kind of leery and kind of weird. Um, it is very very weird how close to the reality it is right now to the Bible or Quran or wherever you're following right now. This that mark of the beast is a it's a pretty wild. It's definitely wild, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Um,
all
what's that?
it's all really sketchy is all.
Oh yeah, it's very sketchy. It's very sketchy. So so we can count on you to go get that be the first one in line to get the COVID test, right?
Oh no.
Why not? After
Okay.
everything you just said, we need you to do a trial run for us. Can we count on you?
Nope. I've even been scared of like, yeah, being tested for COVID when I was pregnant, was right in the middle of the first lockdown, whole all that stuff. And I was scared like that when I had my baby, they were gonna take him away. Like, I don't know. It was scary. Like I didn't know like at what point shit was gonna go crazy and out of control.
Right?
Yeah, so I've been avoiding like all like doctors' offices, hospitals, all that, because I don't want to be involved in that at all.
For doctors in the office. Well, I'm quite sure the doctors and the nurses out there don't know fully about everything that's going on. I'm quite sure they have they're trying to do the best that they can to save.
No, definitely. No, I don't think so either. But I think if the protocol were to be, well, like when I was about to have my baby, some states were not letting, or no, the CDC just said that their guidelines was to separate the mom and baby if the mom had COVID, which is stupid
Really?
because the mom passes on um, immunity through breast milk. So really, the baby should have been with the mom to, you know, be getting immunity from it, but that was their guidelines, at least at that time. So yeah, I don't know. It's sketchy just because doctors have to follow the protocol. They have to follow whatever the government uh, says to do in order to keep their licenses and stuff. So even if they're good people and even if they don't necessarily stand by something, they might be put in a situation where they'd have to just be a doctor still.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm quite sir. There are some doctors who are actually kind of rebelling now. Like you heard about that doctor summit?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Which
Yeah,
and then of course it gets shut down and no one can watch the video and shit like that.
right.
But
Because
yeah.
yeah, search strike that down and yeah, that was crazy that that whole doctor summit. Like it's like the Doctors Rebellion. They kind of put I don't know why they chose the most radicalist woman out there to be the spokesperson. for everybody, because okay, maybe she has the only person that had the cojones to actually go out and do it, because when Trump retweeted her, they put it into her backstory hard. They was like,
And
oh man, what was her name? You remember her name?
mm-mm.
I can't remember her name. But yeah, they went to her whole backstory hard. It was talking about how she believed in all this, like was it like aliens, devil worshipping stuff. Not devil worshipping, but
Um,
a whole bunch of stuff. I can't recall, but I know they went to a hard. I was like, oh my goodness, this poor lady. They broke up stuff when she was 13 years old, living in like Nigeria. I was like, holy cow. Yeah, that's
awful.
crazy. Kind of been known to do that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I haven't like seen you in like forever. So like, there's nothing like new going on. Or have any crazy adventures you've been on? Anything new in life that's been happening?
Not really. Let's see. I pretty much worked at the hospital for 3 years, and then I went to go start truck driving, and then I got pregnant, so didn't stick with that. And then yeah, I've just been back in Delta again. Uh, same old, same old. Well, besides I have a baby, but
All right. Congratulations on the baby, by the way. Yeah, new pound mommy right here. How's motherhood going? Like, how's that treating you?
really good. I love it.
Yeah.
He's an awesome baby. Um, we had like a rough start. He went to the NICU and it was crazy, and it was during the COVID shit, so it was even more crazy. But he's doing really good now, and I don't know. It's fun being a mom for sure.
Oh, for sure. I will never have the experience of becoming motherhood unless I transgendered. Okay, and then if I transgendered, I may have the experience of becoming a mother. But anyway, that's besides the point. But no offense to transgenders out there, if you guys become mothers, blah 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 blah. Anyway, so I'll get demonetized for this one so bad. I can't monetize this one either. Oh, I don't get paid for this stuff at all. Oh, you're good. That wasn't you. That was me. Let me get some sponsors.
Yeah.
I don't worry about what I say on air. But anyway, but yeah, that's so cool that like becoming a motherhood mother. How old is your child now? Is it
He's 6.5 months.
6.5 months? Oh snap! It was just at the wow, like right at the beginning of COVID, huh? As soon as it hit
Yeah,
hard.
it was in April, so
Yeah. Well, they shut down everything and wow. Yeah, dang. Yeah. Was the hospitals packed where you when you went there to deliver?
no, it was empty. 'Cause that was when they shut down. They weren't like doing any, they like stopped doing surgeries unless it was emergency. Um, which of course I was an OB anyways, but yeah, it was pretty empty. And you weren't allowed any visitors or anything like that, so there wasn't even extra people that way.
Yeah. So it was super quiet. There was no long lines. It wasn't none of that stuff.
No, 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 no. I think from what I heard, I did hear one nurse came out on Facebook and was talking about how, they were saying that the hospitals were packed and there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't enough supplies for everyone, but she was like, I'm a nurse and I haven't been getting my full paycheck. I get put on call all the time. And from what I hear with the Delta hospital, the same thing, like it was slow. They shut everything down and there just wasn't much going on.
So you had your baby in Delta, right?
Hmm.
Okay, okay. I was wondering if you had your babies like outside of Delta, because didn't you move recently? Like, well, for a while there.
But yeah, well, I went to California for a short time and then came back, and then I was living on the semi truck for a while and then came back when I had my baby back to Delta. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. There you go. Living on a semi truck. Wait, you were cruising the road?
Yeah.
You just cruising the road on a semi truck. How was that like? How was being a semi truck driver like life?
It was cool. I don't know. It was cool. It was fun being a passenger, and then once I started driving, it was like challenging, so it was fun. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a crazy lifestyle, like especially being a woman, like a lot of times there's not places to pee and like guys can just pee in a jug and it's no problem, but lady semi truck drivers, I don't know how you do it.
Like that
That
dang toxic
sucks.
masculinity.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Did you run into any lot lizards when you were being a truck driver?
I don't think so. I didn't notice any. I don't know. I guess I wasn't really looking for them though, but I didn't see any.
There was no male lot lizards?
Not that I saw.
So you did see some female lot lizards, is what you're
No,
saying.
no, I didn't see any female lot lizards either.
Oh, oh, you
I
saw
don't
some
know.
female lot lizards.
They were probably chilling all over the place, and I just thought that they were regular people, maybe.
Did you see anybody dressed mix? God damn it. You see anybody dressed sexually? When you're like at any truck stops or anything like that?
See any what?
Anybody dressed sexually when you was at any truck stops?
I don't think so. Maybe the one in Vegas, but
Vegas.
the one
Vegas.
there.
That's gonna be hard. Vegas would be hard because yeah, Vegas is too hard. I'm not sure if Vegas would count. We'll just include Vegas. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I wonder if there's like any profession for a male lot lizard. I've been trying to find that. I mean, I've been looking for a friend.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are definitely lady truck drivers, so.
I know. Like, I want to say, I'm trying to be like fair and equal to society.
Uh-huh.
So I have like the equal amount of female lot lizards and equal amount of male lot lizards.
Uh-huh.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I want our Congress to make that happen. Can you guys make that happen? Make make lot lizards great again.
Like,
uh,
uh,
oh, snap. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. You cruise around. Yeah, did you cruise any states? Like, how many states have you been to?
so it was the Western U.S., so Washington, Oregon, Cali, not really, mm, not Utah a little bit, and then the new places I went to were like Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and then Colorado. I think
I
states we went to.
I don't think Utah counts. Utah is just Colorado with Mormons. Oh snap! I don't know if I should say that, but yeah, but yeah. Utah's pretty. It's a pretty cool place. I like Utah, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So, how was Washington? Like, did you went to Washington during like the pandemic, or did you went to
No,
Washington
I was
during?
off the truck before then.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. Because like 6 months you came into. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder
Um,
that spot where they took over the whole entire block. What was that called? Like Ches?
oh, something, yeah.
Yeah, like Chiz. This one I needed Jamie to look my stuff up for me. I need to
Yeah.
get a Jamie. I'll find me a Jamie. I'll put it in like a work list. Someone work for me, and I want like requirements to have to be named Jamie. Oh snap! But as you were saying before, you about to say something before I cut you off?
Uh, so,
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you traveled
yeah.
traveled everywhere. Got to see the whole entire west side of the United States of America.
Yeah, it was super fun.
All right, all right. So, here's some for the tough question. Feel
Oh
free
God.
to answer. Feel free to answer. Who you voting for this year? Who we're
Oh,
going for? We going for Biden 2020 or we go for Trump 2020?
I am going for Joe Jorgensen.
Joe, you going libertarian on us?
Yeah.
What? You're a libertarian?
I am this year.
You are this year? You didn't go for Gary Johnson 2016?
No.
You didn't like go with Gary from New Mexico? Gary Johnson?
No.
Good old
Honestly,
Gary.
2016, I was pro-Trump all the. Well, I didn't. I felt like at that time I was like, oh, a vote for a third party is a vote for Hillary. So I was Trump all the way for
Really?
that.
Hold on. What's your problem with Hillary?
Oh,
Oh, with Hill Dog.
everything,
Hill
ev-
Dog.
everything is wrong with her. Oh, well, and my biggest thing at that time is she was being tried for treason, and I don't feel like someone who is being tried for treason should be allowed to be president. So, or even in the running. So on top of the long list of sketchy shit that she's done and been involved with, and just the fact that I'm not really Democratic liberal, anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, snap. So you didn't want to vote for Hill Dog because she was tried for treason. And what's a little
Uh-huh.
bit of treason have to do with anything? It's Hill Dog, but
Oh,
it's Hillary. She
yeah.
put hot sauce in her purse. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I still didn't watch.
she she, uh she doesn't play around, like she's faithful, she's loyal, you know. It's Hill Dog.
That's true. No. No. Yeah, I
No,
know she's just her. Well, and the Clinton Foundation has all their sketchy bullshit going on, and
guess she like how?
uh, I don't like their money. They get money from bad places. I guess her and Bill Clinton got in trouble for selling the artwork out of the White House when they lived there.
Really?
Um,
I didn't know about this. Wait, what? They got in
yeah, I
trouble
guess
for selling
they
the
were.
White House.
Yeah, they were selling because everything in there is like historic and uh, you know, like I don't know, special stuff. And they were selling it, I guess, which isn't a big deal, but it is. I don't know. It's just.
That's a huge deal. This is Cellgate. Forget Pizzagate. This is Cellgate right here. Hold on. I did not know about this. They got caught selling
Mhm.
pictures from the White House.
Mhm.
How much did they owe the IRS, I wonder?
Uh, the nose will end up dead. I don't know.
Oh, oh, you let down the dark path. Talk about Hillary kill count. Oh, snap. We're gonna segue to Hillary's kill count. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so how much you think Hillary kill count is? How many people do you think she got assassinated?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. I think now what was that? I can't remember. I think it was her security guard or somebody who had that weight dropped on his throat. Well,
Oh.
dropped the weight on his throat or whatever, and he killed himself. I'm not sure if anybody been working out, but that little 40-pound weight won't kill him. But it is what it is. They want to think we're that stupid to think a 45-pound weight can kill you from that height and that distance, dropping on your throat. And as long as he's been working out, it's all good.
Yeah.
Sometimes, good.
No, nothing.
Oh, sometimes I like to think that it's Bill Clinton doing it, and he'd be saying like old school '90 puns, like
Uh.
he'll walk in, like he'll take out like old school mobster style, like walk inside the building when everybody's all eating, like it's
Mhm.
time to pay the bill, and it's like pew, or like he'll like that guy who got hit by that train, he'd be like, you've been Clintonized. or something like that. I always think like he's doing like old school 90 puns.
Oh my God, that's good. That's
But this is all allegedly. We don't know if Bill and Hillary. They're probably fine, upstanding people. They probably just have like this horrible rumors going on about them. I mean, Epstein probably killed himself. Uh, the guy probably did stop his train in the middle of the railroad tracks, got his family killed. And it's all allegedly. It's all alleged. We don't know.
Mhm.
It's all alleged. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so you didn't want to vote for Hillary for 2020 because you're not they say a liberal or Democrat, right?
Mhm.
So you like have little issues with liberals and Democrats, or Democrats preferably?
Uh, okay. This is how I would describe myself: is a tree hugging conservative. I think that a lot of the issues, tree hugging
That's
conservative.
liberal talk. You're a liberal.
I know exactly.
I'm joking.
I agree completely that you know humanitarianism is important. I believe environmentalism is important. I believe that we should look out for our animal brothers and sisters, but I don't think it's the government's job to make anyone do anything. And I don't feel like I should have to forfeit, a high percentage of my paycheck to give them the money to decide um, how to spend it in those areas. I think less government is good all the way. I think we as humans need to do better with those issues, but it's not, we don't need more government control to make those things better.
Okay. Okay. Now I
That's
heard you saying you're speaking like a libertarian, so I can see why you're voting for Joe. No more taxes. Taxes should be abolished because taxes are extremely illegal and they go against our constitution at the beginning because we are getting taxed for our time. We're not living in a life pursuit of happiness. So being taxed for your time is illegal. Like more of a socialist environment being taxed for your time. But anyway, we're not gonna go down a rabbit hole. We're gonna skip past that rabbit hole. We go down. We may revisit that rabbit hole later on.
okay.
But yeah, I see where you do that. So environment is part. Do you believe in global warming?
Um, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You think
I think it's
the
proven now, isn't it?
hmm?
Isn't it proven? Or is
Proven?
it still a controversy?
Oh, that's a huge controversy.
Is it? I thought.
Controversy.
Well,
uh,
yeah, I would say I believe in it.
yeah. So you're gonna vote for Al Gore in 01.
No.
The inconvenient truth. You just gonna go. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So have you noticed anything like different with the society with global warming that leads you to believe that, or just going off of the scientific evidence?
Um, well, I mean, I guess it just kind of makes sense that with all our pollution adding up, it's gonna affect the environment. So I don't know. I guess it's just the scientific evidence makes sense.
Okay.
Maybe. I
Uh,
don't know.
I'm quite sure you know. You have a strong belief. You have to say I don't know anymore. I'm quite sure you do know. You got a brilliant mind there, so I'm quite sure that you know what's going on. But yeah, I mean the scientific evidence about the global warming, I do like think that have man or mankind or non-binary kind, whatever people want to say, cisgendered kind. Uh, like that aspect of global warming, I believe like through the scientific evidence that's come about, we think we have an effect, but I think we have an effect that's catastrophic to the whole entire world. Maybe not, because there are certain scientists that do not believe that, and there are certain scientists that do believe it, and like everybody's getting their money from somewhere. And I'm
Yeah.
quite sure, when it comes to like the gas emissions and the carbon dioxide that's in the air, that is affecting our world. It's kind of like like how you say it, it's like a really hard conundrum that's kind of hard to explain, because like one minute you can see how it does, and the one minute you can see how it doesn't. When I say like the weather change and temperature change, like that's been happening throughout history, like the Great Freeze, like in the 70s it was the Great Freeze, in the 80s it was it was a catastrophic heat wave, and then like in like the 90s it was like global warming, and then now it's called climate change, and climate change is an excellent marketing ploy in my opinion, because climate change, like if you want to go on marketing, the person who came up with the word climate change should have like the Nobel Peace Prize, because or Oscar or something, that some kind of reward for for that great marketing strategy they have. Whoever's a great marketer, because it's kind of hard to argue climate change, because the climate changes doesn't matter, winter, fall, spring, that's all climate change. So it's kind of like, well, climate change is not real. Yes, it is. You have winter. Oh, well, that's not what you meant. So we went from global warming to climate change, and that's what leads me to believe, because climate change is where Earth's natural axis. When we revolve around the sun and whatnot to change through the seasons. So that's great marketing.
True. Hmm.
But I'm still kind of leery. I'm still waiting for a little bit more scientific evidence about the global warming part. Do I think that because before, I think now they were trying to say that farmers are, that documentary they had for a while, I think it was like greenhouse gas or something like that, on Netflix, that it had like the farmers and the cows produce the most methane inside the Earth's atmosphere. And oh snap! Well, that's horrible. But if you watch it, when you watch it, you're like, oh, we gotta start these farms. But then you want to go out and go get some food, and it's like a yin and yang kind of thing. You're like, but yeah, enough of my little tangent, my little rant. Let's go back talking about your wonderful, fantastic life that we barely got to hear about, because I know you got some stories in there. Hey, you gotta tell the world.
No.
Oh, no, you got some stories in there. Does anything crazy that happened recently, like crazy happened recently in life, or any crazy stories that you had, like you was growing up, something wild happened, spooky happened? Because we're in Halloween. Does anything spooky happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you played with a Ouija board?
No, I don't think I will ever.
You don't want to play with a Ouija board? It's just a
No.
game. It's just a game. It's not real.
I don't know. It's just sketchy, I think.
Oh, really? You ever been frightened super bad? Super hard?
Done what?
You ever been frightened before?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
What was this?
I don't know, lots of times.
Like?
Let's see. I don't know. Like, well, I guess one time something freaky that happened. Okay. Well, okay. I don't know. I don't have any good stories.
Oh, no. We're almost there. We're so close. We're so close. Okay. One time something freaky happened, and what happened? What happened? I'm at the edge of my seat right now.
Well, I don't know. I don't have any good scary stories.
That'll be scary. Did something freaky happen to you? Like, what happened? It's Halloween, so we need a spooky fest.
Okay. All right. Okay, so one time I was standing outside my house at night, and I saw like a shadow of a person
What?
standing at the corner of my house. Like, okay, it looked like a dude was standing there, and he peeked around the corner and looked at me, and he like went back by the corner, but I could still see him, and I was like, I was like super scared, but it was like one of those scared where you're like too scared to move. So I was just hanging out outside still. And then I don't know, I just felt like I was being watched too, and he was standing there. And then my phone goes off with a weird number, like from California or something. And this was before I had any ties to California. But it was a California number calling. And then, yeah, I just looked up. After I seen the phone call, I looked up and the shadow person was still just like standing there. And then I finally just went back inside. And I don't know. But I felt like, I don't know, it felt really weird. Like
What?
it felt weird.
Was it a real person?
I don't know. I felt like it was.
You didn't go
I
investigate?
felt like they called me. I felt like it was that person that called me, but I don't know.
They called you? You think it was the exact same person that called you? Think you had to
Yeah,
stop? Or was it
I
like
don't know.
was it like a spiritual thing? Like I don't know, like a paranormal activity thing?
Maybe. I don't know. It felt like it to me.
What did the shadow look like? Like you said, like a dude, right? So it was like did the dude look whole, or was it kind of fuzzy?
It was pretty clear. Like it. So it was nighttime. So it was like it would have been like not like a shadow. It was like a person. It was like pretty solid
Pretty solid.
person. Yeah. But there was no one there.
There was nobody there.
No, I don't think so. I feel like our dogs would have been barking and stuff if someone was there.
Was the dogs on high alert or anything, or like were they
I
moving
don't
around?
remember. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Oh snap! Oh snap! Where did this happen? It happened in Delta.
Mhm.
Did the person have a head on them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. It wasn't IE. All right. All right. Just want to make sure it wasn't IE because I think I saw IE when I was in Delta once. It's about a
Who's that?
railroad tracks. IE? Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay. So IE was a guy he used to hang around. He had like a mental disorder. He used to hang around the railroad tracks for a long time. And a while back, well, it was like way back. It's probably like 1600s or so. He like so since he had a mental disorder, he used to run around the railroad tracks. He used to play. He used to hang out, and then eventually he grew older, and like the townspeople thought he was like the person who used to raid their house and steal all their food, but it
Mhm.
wasn't him. It was actually they caught the guy a couple days later. But yeah, he used to raid their house and raid their. They used to think he raided their house and took their food. Well, they tracked him down and followed him, and then they put him on the railroad tracks and to teach him a lesson. Like they tied him up and they was gonna leave him there to scare him, but he couldn't get untied because like it was kind of like a little loose, like kind of
Mhm.
loose tie and whatnot. They kind of dummy tied it. He couldn't get untied. Well, the railroad tracks came. The railroad train came, and it ran over the railroad train, and it ran over his body. So it ran over his body and it cut his head off. And now, and then they found him a couple days later. And then ever since then, like people become up missing during railroad tracks. People will start losing. Like all they can find is like the person's head, like severed and then all over the place. So I was like, oh snap! Like
Yeah.
my auntie's a better storyteller at this than I am. I'm not very good at spooky, fake, scary stories. But yeah, when she told me that, I was freaked out for a long time, and then I could have swore I saw him. I could have swore I saw him a few times while I was in Delta. I was like, "There's a headless guy. There's a headless guy." And it was always around Halloween, but it was before Halloween, before like the 30th. So I
Uh-huh.
was like, so it was pretty wild. Yeah, it was definitely wild.
That is wild. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so thank goodness was naive because him and him and Candyman are the two people who freak me out the most.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't deal with Candyman. Candyman.
I
You're,
I
you're,
remember hearing about Candyman.
you never seen the Candyman movie?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you have great parents. My parents showed me the Candyman movie. I was scared to go to the bathroom forever. I remember peeing outside because I was so scared. I
Oh,
could not look in any mirror. I was freaked out for like a long time until I watched it again, but then when I got a little older. But yeah, Candyman was a trip.
Um, that's scary.
All right. Oh snap! But yeah. So speaking of which, going back to your voting for JoJo. So what made you think decide going for Joe?
Um,
Not Joe Biden.
yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm voting for Joe. Hold on one second.
All right. We'll have a little brief little stop here. We're working on some lighting right now. Get the lighting all back up. All right.
Yeah, my phone's gonna die soon.
Oh, it's gonna die. Oh, we can't have that. We can't have it die. So we're just gonna talk to the lovely fans and go ahead and subscribe to Monster Bear Productions for more of these great contests. And if you have any great stories or anything you want to share, just go ahead and contact me. My email is monsterbearproductions at gmail.com. And again, that's monsterbearproductions at gmail.com. Go ahead and send me an email or anything like that to get on the podcast. We'll make it work. We'll make it happen. Uh,
Okay.
all right, we're back.
Okay. Okay. Um. So I decided on Joe. So I was super pro Trump for a while. Um. I got sucked into a QAnon group on Facebook.
Tell me.
And,
What's
huh?
QAnon? What's QAnon?
So it's the conspiracy group that believes Trump is like the savior. Um, Supposedly it's like a CIA ran thing there to manipulate people, but it kind of makes sense because it goes off of, like Pizzagate and stuff like that, stuff that some people think are conspiracy, but like if you use your common sense, it makes sense. But then QAnon kind of takes it a little further, and it's like super pro Trump. Pretty much, he's like the savior. He's a good guy. Blah blah blah. Um, so I was pro Trump, and then yesterday when I was watching that Bill Gates video, it was talking about their ties together. Um,
Gates and
so,
Trump?
mm-hmm.
Ties like how?
So like when Trump said that he wanted America to make the COVID vaccine, and he said he was gonna have the one company do it. Um, Even though, well, he said that, and then everyone started buying stocks in that company, um, and it all went to Bill Gates. So there's a whole video on it, but pretty much he's still working. He's still helping Bill Gates get money. Like the company he said was gonna make it, even though they ended up not making it. Like just the fact that he said that was enough to like make Bill Gates like a shit ton of money. Um, yeah. So
Shit ton more money?
yeah, exactly. How much more money does he need?
Eugenics.
And yeah. So once I kind of started learning about their connection, I kind of got turned off to the idea of Trump again. So yeah, so I'm going third party this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna listen to CNN or Fox? Well, mostly CNN. Fox probably do it if Trump lose, but you listen to CNN when they say like your vote didn't count because you voted for a third party, and anybody who votes for a
No,
third party are the dumbest people who ever lived.
no, which I mean that's how I felt in the last election. I was like, well, you have to vote for Hillary or Trump. But I don't think so. I feel like Joe Jorgensen has pretty good traction. I mean, I don't think she's gonna win, but I think if she can get enough votes to just open people's eyes to a third party option, um, that's something maybe for the next election that will come up. If people like, I wish people would stop buying into this two-party system
Right?
because it's broken. It's not how it's meant to be. So I really wish people would open up their minds. My aunt posted something about how people that vote for politicians that don't support the LGBTQ community, then you're not helping out their community if you vote for people that don't support it. So I brought up the fact that Biden voted against gay marriage back in the day, and I asked her how that was better than or like, so if he's gonna flip-flop for whatever is popular at the time, how is that helpful to their community? And then she just replied with a post about how Trump's been bad for the community. So then I sent what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I sent her a link that had the libertarian views on gay rights and stuff, and she said her reply was that she wasn't going to vote third party if there was a chance that Trump was going to win. So I feel like people are so like full of hate for the other party that we're stuck in this two-party system. Yeah, and if everyone would just open up and get out, like I don't know, I just wish we could get out of that system. So I'm hoping if enough people vote third party this year, maybe next election it will be more relevant.
I think in 2016 it was like one of the most votes, the most or the second most votes for a third party, and that was Gary Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Libertarian guy, yeah, the libertarian guy. The reason why I brought up the whole dumbest person to ever live, because I voted for Gary Johnson personally.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So last year I voted, well, 2016 I voted for like Gary Johnson or so, and then and I listened to CNN and all them NBC like, you guys voted all third party, we could got Hillary in, you guys are the dumbest people who ever lived or whatever, and they pretty much said that. Pretty much made you feel like that, but I was like, this is actually like your American belief, because like to be a true American is to vote in what you think is a various common interest for yourself and the people around you in your community. So if you vote for a specific person, like whether it be Republican or Democrat, and they don't represent your belief, is that really true to be what an American is? Do you have a voice if you're forced to do that? Is that living like a more of a communistic mindset with just with two people? Because like even in with the socialist society they have in Russia now, even though Vladimir Putin is technically their prime president right now, he's technically like really not, because everybody who runs against him always end up dead or something happens to him. So we're pretty much having the exact same scenario here, other than we're not using death, we're just throwing out the third party. So say if Vladimir Putin had two parties, they repeating the exact same scenario they have over there, but over here just with two people. So we're discounting the third parties. Not everybody have a voice, never get to the international stage of TV coming on debates, because they don't want to portray other parties. They think they'll take away votes from either a Democrat or Republican. But you can vote for other stuff too if you want to. If you want to vote for someone else, a third party, independent, libertarian, Green Party, you go ahead and do that. And you shouldn't feel guilty about voting for that person because you feel like you're not being with the clique around you because they all voting for a Republican or they're all voting for a Democrat person. You should have the freedom and right to vote for whoever you want for and not feel guilty for it. And that's what frustrates me and irritates me about like where people's mindsets are at, because it's like it's not it doesn't speak freedom. It's like you have to choose. Like if I have to choose, it should be my freedom to choose whoever I want, and not whoever you think I should get, or whoever you think like, oh, because this person's not going to win, why are you wasting the vote? It's like, well, if we go with that, if we all vote for someone who is not in party system, if we actually truly have a voice and not go by the electoral college, then I guess maybe that we can actually get a third party person in here. Because when was our last independent president? I was like, what, 19 something?
early 1900s, I think.
Yeah, the last independent president was. Let's see here. See, this one I need Jamie for. Jamie, look this up for me. Stuff. But yeah, so like the last independent president was like a like 1900s or something like that, and no one ever wanted to do that, like vote for that because they feel like they wasted the vote, which is like ridiculous. So I don't get why people are like forcing others to vote for their beliefs when it's not congruent with your own. You find someone who's more congruent with your own beliefs, and that's who you should vote for. So if you believe good old JoJo is following your beliefs and what you want, so you can go ahead and do it, and like don't feel like peer pressured or feel like that to not vote for that person.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, yeah. So there you go. So about that, what was that YouTube video or video that you found with Donald Trump endorsing or?
So the guy actually leaves a link to the article too. The YouTube channel is called Conscious Revolution, I think.
Conscious
Or-
Revolution. Okay, I heard of him.
Okay. But he talks about there's one mainstream author, I guess, that's brought it up a couple times about Trump's ties with Bill Gates. So yeah, that's what it was. I think or Conscious Revolution, I think. Oh, that doesn't sound right.
I think I have a feeling. I can't remember who it is, what exactly his name is, but I think Steve, last person I talked to on the podcast, one of the last person I talked to on the podcast was mentioned about him too.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some good points to make, definitely.
Good points like what exactly?
Just kind of, you know, that he says that people need to stop waiting for someone to come and save them. Like, Biden's not going to save us, Trump's not going to save us. Like, we need to act for ourselves, and we need to get out of this system that we're stuck in. That's kind of an illusion of freedom, but not really, obviously, because we're stuck voting for who they say we need to vote for, and that's it. So pretty much we still have the power, but we need to get out of this system or else we're going to lose that power to gain back our freedom.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's fascinating about what you just said right there? You ever notice those people who like get mad at like rich athletes and whatnot?
Mhm.
You ever notice that like they always try to shut them down? Like certain amount of group shut them down. Like, well, America made you rich, so why are you speaking up? You should shut up and dribble or stuff like that. I think like personally, I think when it comes down to like kind of like that situation, what you're saying, like we better do something before it shuts down, even if it's a cause you don't believe in. This the fact that person have a right to like speak up and say something about it. Is like a good thing. You can refute it, you can retort it, and all that good stuff. That's your constitutional right, constitutional freedom. But I think when people try to shut them down, they shut up and dribble. That leads to a case where if a rich person can't speak up, what it leaves up for the middle class America or the poor America who can't say anything now. Because when a rich person can't like speak up or say anything about what's going on in society, they must shut up and dribble or shut up and pass or shut up and swing that puck or shut up and like shut up and throw like that thing or whatever. If they can't speak out against it or saying that of our athlete or somebody who's famous or rich, even though I may not agree what they say or what they believe in, but them to have the right to speak up and say something about it, it's a good cause because if you shut them down without a great retort and just tell them just to shut up without like retorting the facts or evidence about why they're wrong, and hopefully
Mhm.
they'll listen and believe like, okay, we know to have a good ear and listen to you.
Mhm.
If you shut them down and do that, what that will leave for the rest of us? That will leave a thing where we won't be able to say nothing. We won't have the funds or the fortitude of funds to fight back against that. I mean, weapons can speak too, but words speak more volumes of weapons because most majority of wars wasn't start over weapon, it start over wars, like words, you know.
Mhm.
Uh, so like words do have a powerful impact. So
Yes.
that was enough about my tangent right there. I was a little bit of tangent when I was just thinking about that because what you said is kind of sparked like an idea of like
Mhm.
a when people like try to shut down a person by speaking the words without correcting that person. It,
Mhm.
it it's a very slippery slope that we don't really want to get on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely.
Yeah. Because that'll set a precedent for everybody else. Because if they can't do it, that means you can't do it. Because we want equality and fairness, right? So if they can't say nothing, you can't say nothing. That's what it
Yeah.
kind of leads to. Um,
Well, yeah, that's why, yeah, I think people shouldn't be so offended about what other people say. Like,
yeah,
yeah, if that person wants to take a stand for something, even if it seems totally stupid to you, like, just don't, like, who cares? Like, take a stand for your own thing and, let them be them and you can do you, and everyone can have a voice instead of no one having a voice.
that's true. That's true. Like yeah, that thing to shut a person down and to not let them speak their volume or what they believe without correcting them or some kind of semblance of a great conversation other without the threat of violence or stuff like that too.
Mhm. Yeah,
So like
definitely.
that's what's missing nowadays. Everybody just so quick to say like, oh, you're wrong, you're retarded, go ahead, shut up and don't ever say that again. It's like, well, how well in their version of their reality, this is what they're saying, and your version of your reality, this is what you're saying. Just because you grew up in an area where this stuff is happening, this person over here in this rural area won't see that as well, you know?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so it makes it like instead of having a conversation, listen to each other and listen to where you're actually what the person's saying. People are
Mhm.
so quick to say like my truth is the only truth, it's the right truth, and your everybody's truth is a farce. It's bullshit. I don't believe in it. Get out of here. Shut up. So
Yeah.
you know, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can get back to a place where we're more charitable with our conversation and not more
Yeah, definitely. I hope so.
aggressive. Yeah. But for sure, for sure. Heck yeah. All right. So how's it? Segue back to that was great deep conversation we just had right there. It was a great
Hmm.
talk. Segue back to Delta. So how's it like in Delta? Anything new or difference going on in Delta over there?
I don't think so. I mean, it's Delta. I mean, yeah, it's the same.
Same people there? Or people move or?
Um, I'm like the least social person in the world, so I don't actually know. I honestly don't know. I don't talk to anyone outside of my family, so I'm not
Really?
really, yeah.
You're antisocial?
I'm not antisocial. I'm just awkward and
Oh,
don't really
yeah.
talk. I don't know.
It's because you
Yeah.
have a brilliant mind and you just want to embrace the world with that brilliant mind. Because if that brilliant mind comes out, we won't be ready. We might be having Kendall for 2020.
God, no, yeah. No.
Right? You do a lot better than Hill Dog.
Yeah, well, not, yeah, wouldn't be hard to beat, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're just gonna get you some emails. We'll get you.
No, I'm not going for that.
But I will get the people going, get you some emails, maybe release some of your private emails or whatnot.
Oh, no. No.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so yeah. So hanging out with the family. How's the family been? Family been good over here? Like no one had caught the COVID. No one's been sick or anything.
No. No. I don't know anyone personally that's gotten COVID, honestly.
No one at all.
Mm.
Oh dang.
I've heard of people, but I don't know anyone.
You haven't seen anybody fall down on the streets and pass out?
No.
Really? So are you
Yeah.
telling me all those videos from India and China that if you look on the deep well of YouTube were fake?
You know, it's funny when it started, my ex told me, he's like, this shit's real. My friend sent me this video from China. People are passing out on the street. Like,
Yeah.
it's really bad. And then he sent me a link to the video, and it was literally had one video of a dude passing out on the street, but it just played it like 10 times. Like, it was definitely like a scary video, and it had like a nurse crying about she got
Yeah.
coughed on or something, and she was gonna die now. But it was such a scary video, but I was like, that's just the same dude passing out over and over again. Like if people were passing out all over the place, why wouldn't they have like videos of 20 people passing out on the street? So it was obviously like propaganda kind of shit. But yeah, that's what's funny is I was like, I don't think people are passing out all over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. Like I don't know, it's a few videos I found on deep web of oh gosh, a deep web of YouTube, and I went down a rabbit hole there for a second. Like there was this one person, thinking it was like Jake R or something that was on YouTube, and everything that had to do with COVID, he will like or he will say something and repeat it over and over again. And I'm not sure if he was like a Russian shill or what was he? I'm not sure what it was, but I kept finding the exact same person commenting the exact same thing on everybody's video.
Oh,
It was
that's
weird.
weird.
It was weird. I went down a rabbit hole. I followed this guy for like 3 months. Well, not 3 months, sorry. This guy for like 2 months. Not even better, but dang, let's talk about my life a lot more. That was a waste of what? 2 months. Well, this guy for like 2 months. Like, what the hell is this going on? Because like everything he liked, I always got to find the videos of. And like there was like videos of people like passing down the street. There's video of this person in Spain who said his whole family is like dead or whatnot from COVID. They're all laying in the bed. He's the only one alive. Last one in there. Or is it? I think it was not Spain. It was Italy. Yeah, Italy. It's just the last one there, and nobody's coming inside. There was videos of like in Wuhan that they're beating, they're like sealing people up inside their house, like quarantine them. Like I don't know if people seen the quarantine movie, like when they actually did that in the quarantine movie, like sealed up all the windows and everything. There was a whole bunch of videos coming out, and I was like, this is wild, man. But then me and my buddy Steve was like, we were sitting there, and we were like, this this like it sounds like it's man-made, you know? It seems like it's man-made. Like they knew exactly what was going to do, what was going on. It happened too fast. And personally, I still think we all had it originally. Like I think it came through already. And this might be the second form of it, the second strain of it. I'm not sure if you recall, like last year around this time, everybody was kind of sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody, it was like the world, like the national world was just like sick. Everybody was like all the symptoms of COVID is almost everything that everybody had. Like I know everybody at my job had the exact same symptoms. They're all sick, and like doing like I know the reports started coming out in September or so, about the Wuhan virus or the COVID-19, and like it's a Wuhan and whatnot. So doing the math on that, it takes about like what 3 months or so for the whole world to get sick or something like that. Like the whole world gets sick takes about 3 months for everybody to get affected. So, and how fast we travel, that makes a lot of sense because in September, so yeah, September, October, then November. So that's what November is around the same time people start getting sick, and then December people start getting sick, and then like around January, towards the end, like the beginning of January, they said that the virus was spread, and they shut down the travel to China and whatnot. But like by then, everybody's all sick. but but I just think this is the second strain because there's reports about there's two strains. The same strain that's here in the States, are not the same strain that was in Europe, and the same strain that was in Europe was not the same strain that was in India. So it's, as they say, it's mutating rapidly.
Oh, uh-huh.
But I don't know. I'm just a coal miner, so I don't really know. I don't know. This is all stuff I heard and read. I don't know. Don't take this to heart. This is all I think I heard about and read a long time ago around my journeys and my free time. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have had it and they don't even know. And I do know, I do like believe people get really sick from it, but I definitely think there's more of a game being played with it than you know, what's really there.
What kind of game you think is being played with it?
Well, just you know, like the mass hysteria. Um, people are easier to manipulate in situations like that, and I think, you know, I think a lot of things that happen have to do with manipulating people to get, the masses to do what we need to do to fulfill whatever their agenda is. So I feel like COVID was one of those things.
Do you think COVID is a simulation to control us, or
No, not I think it's something that has been able to cause a lot of division. I mean, just with the masks alone, you got the whole war going on with the masks. Um, and then you got people getting pissed off with each other about it, and then you got people who will side with, their political party just because they're already pissed off about the masks and stuff.
right?
So yeah. So what am I trying to? Obviously, I know the masks aren't that big of a deal, but I think it's one of those things that's small enough to not be a big deal, but it's big enough to like spark irritation in people to where they're gonna, it's just adding. I feel like there's a lot of shit going on that's made just to rile people up, just to get us at each other's throats, and that just kind of helps with the whole political system. There's people that hate Trump so much that they don't care who Biden is. They're going to vote for Biden anyways, just because they hate Trump, and vice
Right.
versa. And I think that a lot of the stuff going on, including COVID, is they're just kind of using it to manipulate people further into their political parties, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you think wait? Do you think they're working together with this whole COVID-19 stuff, or you think they're working separately and one person they're fighting against it? Like, you think the Republicans are fighting against the Democrats for this, or you think the Democrats fighting against Republicans for the?
Okay, so originally I thought that the Republicans were, like I said, I thought Trump was a good guy. That I thought that the Democrats were the one like pushing for the vaccine, and they're the ones making us wear the masks and shit like that. But then after I saw Trump's connection with Bill Gates, I feel like they could all be working together, but I feel like the division is what's important, because people that are angry are easier to control. People that, if, right now we're divided in two, it's going to be a lot easier to control half as many people as it is to control a whole. If we all were working together, they wouldn't get their way. Like,
Mm.
you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so you think if we all just came collectively as a group, their whole plan of what they're trying to accomplish, their whole agenda they're trying to come through wouldn't come to fruition? Do you think it's
Probably.
coming to
Yeah, I
fruition
think
right
so.
now?
Huh?
Do you think it's coming to fruition right now? Do you think their goal's working?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say what their end goal is. It's, people keep talking about like New World Order and
I think
all
we're looking at that already.
all different, like a one world government. I don't know what the end goal is, so I don't know for sure, but yeah, I do think us being divided and us fighting over the stupidest stuff and being distracted by little things and big things. I mean, I'm not saying everything that we're fighting about is small things, because there are big issues going on, but um, just the fact that we're fighting helps them, to control us, definitely. And something else my brother pointed out yesterday, he said like how easily it is to redirect people's anger. So if you get someone mad about something, it's going to be easy to redirect their anger towards something else. So, if we're all pissed off about masks and mandates and that stuff, like, it's going to be easy to go ahead and get us pissed off about something else, even if it's not related, because we're already riled up. So, it's
Right.
just going to be easy to piss us off. Yeah.
I hear you. That makes a lot of sense. So you think we're already being controlled like MK Ultra? Think we're already being controlled, tapping into our primal instincts to lash out with anger? Do you think that it's already happening right now? Then, like, they're already manipulating us with the different sections of anger to get back to our
Oh,
typical
yeah.
form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, like I brought up before, like, there's people that hate Trump so much that they won't vote for it. Like,
Yeah.
but probably all of the stuff that they're angry about is all just misquoted, um, you know, stuff taken out of context. It's all just, I don't it's like not really, I don't know. I guess the things people are mad about don't even make sense. So, but still the media is constantly, saying shit about Trump over and over again, and people are getting super pissed off and they hate Trump and they hate everyone that supports Trump, no matter what, because they just, like, they hate it. They hate him so much based off of that. So, you already got people who will vote for Biden no matter what, who will stand by the Democratic Party no matter what, even though they don't fit into that party. They're still just gonna conform to it because they hate the other side so much.
Right.
Vice versa, both sides. It's the same thing going on with everyone. Because there's people that hate Joe Biden so much that even if they don't really like Trump, they're gonna they're gonna fall into the Republican Party anyways just to escape Biden.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Of course, you also have those people who don't want to be kicked out of their group, So, like,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
like,
Because yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, that's the thing, like, people are getting so pissed off because we're constantly berated with shit every day, like, oh, people that don't wear masks are spreading COVID. People that don't wear masks are spreading COVID. So then people are already pissed off at the other people. So, like, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, like, people are just already like so pissed off, and you can't like take a moment to, oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like, so if you're around, even like your family or whatever, if they don't have the same views, they're already pissed off at you though, just because
Yeah.
like, you can't get a moment away from stuff because it's just constantly coming in on the TV and on the computer that you can't like just sit down with your family and like not think about it. I assume most people are like this. Yeah. So yeah, even in your groups, you can't. If you say something, someone's gonna get pissed off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. You can't go against the your group's belief. Like if you have to, I think that was my biggest issue too with this whole like two-party system and the whole group of everything. You have to believe all in on each group, which is crazy. Like it's like if you're if I did disagree with a certain aspect of what the political party all represents, then I'm no longer considered that Republican or that Democrat or that conservative or that liberal. I get called like personally myself. I've been called I've been called I've been called a liberal and I've been called a dumb conservative before. Like, dang, I guess I'm getting attacked on both sides. So it's just like it's kind of it's pretty wild. It's like if you don't agree 100% of what the political affiliation, the consensus of that political affiliation you have, then you're automatically disowned and disbarred from it, and that's kind of a scary slope, because no one wants to go. No, no one wants to go outside of their political group because it's supposed to be a safety. It's like when you're in your group, you're considered like it's like a safety mechanism. It's like almost being inside of a like a country here. So once soon as like most like a lot of people when they leave outside the country at first they're really nervous and they're kind of scared because it's like they're not something they're used to. When you get outside your comfort zone, and the
Mm-hmm.
same thing about like, being in a political party. If you don't agree 100% what they're doing and then you decide to speak up against it, they'll disown you and disband you, and that's a lonely, cold feeling, and that primal instinct to survive as a group, since we survive as a group all throughout generations and generations. So genetically speaking, we're supposed to find a certain group, or some people call it tribe, or some kind of affiliation of some kind of group, and
Mm-hmm.
we're supposed to like use that group as protection and give us a sanctuary of family outside of our family. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so as soon as you go against that group and they kick you out, you have to either come back extremely harder or you got to go 100% in that belief. If you notice, a lot of these people are, if you do find a new group, like say if you switch sides from Republican to Democrat, you go 10 times harder than any other of those groups and become even more radicalized. Have you ever noticed
Mm-hmm.
that people who switch groups, they always go 10 times, 20 times harder to show them like, oh, this is exactly who I am. This is what I am for this group. I'm running with you guys now. And then they set a new precedent, a new standard for that group. And if you don't go hard as that person, then it keeps going over and over and over. And now we're built upon to 2020 when everything is so confusing. Like
Extreme.
you have the LGBTQ people fight against each other. You have Black Lives Matter fight against each other. You have Antifa fight against each other. You have conservatives versus Republicans. You have a neoconservatives versus stagnant Republicans. It's stagnant conservatives. It's wild. It's just like a wild experience. It's so crazy.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
real. Yeah, the tension's building for sure.
Right. It sure is. It's sure the tension is. Like you said, that I don't know if we're living in the end of days or end of times, but it sure does feel like it.
Yeah, for real.
Have you heard anything about the Hopi Indians or Native Americans? Other Indians they were called, but Native Americans, Hopi Native Americans, that predicted some of this stuff.
Not specific. I mean, I probably have read stuff, but I don't remember anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, so I guess according to the Hopi Indians, they predicted like everything that's going on now, like the fusion between the sexes, the the turtle, which is America, is what they going into another major conflict with the original enlightened people, which some are assuming is Africa, some are assuming is Middle East. Um, and they're saying that when it comes to the end of days, the season's getting shorter, weather not making sense, the global pandemic that's happening now. It's like if people get a chance, look up the Hopi Indians. They're very, very fascinating, and like some of their stuff, I'm not sure if they're prophets, but they predicted World War One, they predicted World War Two, they predicted the rise and fall of man, pretty much mankind. It's so crazy. And apparently, I don't know. Now we're getting to this wild stuff. They came from the inner core of Earth, which is will be known as some people as Hollow Earth. But but yeah, it's very very fascinating. They say like the place where the air will become radiated and poison, which is nuclear war, and they predicted the bombing of Hiroshima. It's so crazy. And like you get a chance, you gotta look up the Hopi Indians. Like
I will look
some of
into
their
that.
stuff. It's so crazy. I wish I had my book here with me that I could show you like where I read it at. But it was fascinating. Hopi Indians are very fascinating. I need to do a podcast with a Native American person. We can talk about the Hopi Indians.
I'm gonna have to get going
Oh, no
soon.
worries. That's no worries. We can call it shorts right here.
Okay.
It was a good talk. Is there any closing statements? Anything you want to shout out to? Anybody you want to talk to or say hi to?
No. Hi, everyone.
Oh, no worries. Thank you. Thanks again. Thank you again, Kendall. Pleasure talking to you, and you have a fantastic day.
Thank you.